Right? A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. People do mistakes. People avoid mistakes. So this is a famous prob of Albert Einstein with which I wanted to start this particular life. A person who never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Let me tell you, I have done many mistakes in my life. I have learned from my mistakes. I have grown with my mistakes. My mistakes became the greatest lessons in my life. My mistakes have made me who I am today. And I might make a lot of mistakes on this session as well. But I believe mistakes are the way we grow in our life. Hi everyone, I'm Fatah Khan, a person who believes in doing more than thinking, who believes in action more than procrastination, who believes in progression over perfection. And that's why today's live I'm doing on a very interesting topic which talks about progression over perfection. Now, let me tell you all a hard truth for people who are perfectionists. Perfection is an illusion. On this planet, there are so many who came, many who were blessed with the best things in life, many who had the best skills, and many who had the rarest talent. And many of these people waited for the perfect year. They waited for the perfect month, waited for the perfect day and the perfect moment. And sadly, that perfect moment never came for them. And today, many of those are no more. They're gone. Whereas those who took those imperfect actions, they made progress. Now, let me quickly share with you something which will help you to understand and get some awareness, and also it can be an eye opener for many of you. It's nothing new, but this is something really interesting which I want to share with you all. Let me share my screen. Right, share screen, and then in the share screen, let me share screen. Slides, your computer. See, again, a lot of mistakes we all continue to do. So this is also something which I'm trying new, right? Going live directly without much preparation and also a few slides. I'm just trying to upload right now. And I'm just taking actions because I believe in progress. I believe when we take actions, when we make progress, that is when we keep evolving and we keep growing. So that the PPT is loading. Okay, great. It is here. So what I want to show you all here is the world's first motorcycle. World's first motorcycle. This was the world's first motorcycle. Now this was the world's first motor car. This was world's first helicopter. This was world's first refrigerator. World's first camera. World's first official cricket ball. World's first computer. And yes, world's first mobile phone. And what is the message that I want to give you all by showing this world's first mobile phone, camera, motor car, motorcycle? It is, there was never a perfect thing. Everything evolved. Now, people started with something, be it the mobile phone. It was so big in the initial stages. Then it became in different, it came in different shapes, different forms, different capabilities. Even for example, if you take iPhone, iPhone was not made as a perfect phone in the initial stage. iPhone evolved. Today we have version 13 or whatever of iPhone. Right? It did not become the perfect one at the first stage. And if it was the perfect one, why would we have version 13? Right? Same thing goes with everything. Now, people who have perfectionist mindset, remember this. You will be building something, you will be working on something, but then there will be people who would be taking a lot of actions and they would make progress. For example, somebody who has tried a few businesses, he did not get started with a perfect idea. He or she did not get started with a perfect idea, but they got started. Lot of mistakes made, struggled in the journey, and maybe for some they did not even make through. They did not even make it in the journey, but they did make progress. They did make an attempt, right? But people who have been thinking of the perfect idea, the perfect business, may have never started. And if you are one of them, think about this. If somebody has started and then did progress, even if it was not the best idea, all of us know, be it Ola, be it Uber, be it Facebook, be it LinkedIn, whatever it did not start as a perfect idea. It all had certain things in the initial stages and it evolved. Same thing for people in the corporate world. Now, I see people say that I want to prepare with all these skills, certain skills I'm learning on, the latest skills, and I will be learning the skills. I'll be upgrading the skills. And once I have upgraded the skills, then I'm going to crack an interview. Then I'm going to attend the interview. And some people at the extent of only then I'm going to even prepare my resume. But through my experience of coaching a lot of corporate professionals, what I've seen is people who have their resume ready, even if it is not the perfect resume, people who are attending the interviews, even if they are not fully prepared, people who are making an attempt, even though they are not very good on that particular technology or niche or skill, right? There are high chances that when they go through that interviews, maybe one, two, three interviews, they crack that interview. But whereas people who are trying to become perfect in that skill, waiting for that perfect thing to happen, they may never get that job or even that dream job or the dream opportunity. Think about this. Nobody is going to wait for you that you are going to come, right? If there is an opportunity, if there is a demand that is there in the marketplace, if there is a requirement for a certain resource, then they would have to choose from the available ones. Now, not every company is looking for the best of the best, right? Because of the options available in the marketplace, they will have to choose the best from whoever is applying. So that's where a progressionist, somebody who is making an attempt, would win over a perfectionist. Now, as a perfectionist, what are the challenges you would face, or what are the reasons why you shouldn't be a perfectionist? Number one, you become a procrastinator. A lot of perfectionists have this challenge, and I keep hearing from people when I ask them, why didn't you take actions? Why didn't you try this? Why didn't you make an attempt? Why didn't you implement that? They are because we are working on that perfect model, and they continue to procrastinate. Like somebody who is always busy. Perfectionist is someone who is always busy in tweaking, making things better, so that you can publish, you can do the work that is complete, and it takes too long for you to finish. But people who are looking at progress, they keep moving on, building on top of things. The third reason why you shouldn't be a perfectionist is it also makes you someone who is avoiding mistakes. I started with that quote, if you remember, right? So it is important for us to do mistakes. The quote of Albert Einstein, a person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. So you are denying those opportunities. You are not trying anything new, and you are just trying to become that perfectionist, and you are avoiding mistakes. So this will hamper your learning process. Reason number four. of why you shouldn't be a perfectionist is your expectations from yourself are too high. So you put yourself under a lot of pressure. And because of this, you're always worried about being judged, the results you will get or not. So you are too much of result oriented and also thinking about more of being judged and also getting that perfect thing out. And because of which things do not happen at all. Things are always work in progress. And that work in progress that you are not exhibiting outside at all. 4 points I want you all to remember. Number one, no one is perfect. The world is not perfect. No one is perfect. Every one of us does mistake. Every product has a scope of improvement. Every service has a scope of improvement. So don't try to become that perfectionist or don't try to build the perfect world for yourself. Number two, there is always scope of improvement and there is opportunity to come up with the next version. If Apple, iPhone, they wanted to do the perfect version, they wouldn't have released at that point of time. They would have released maybe now. And what happens when you release now? That first mover benefit that you didn't have it. And acquiring that marketplace, all of that, you wouldn't have had that. Right? So Apple iPhone is such a good example, and there are so many other examples, right? That there is always a scope of improvement and there is always the next version that you can come up with. And the third point, which I want you all to remember is we all learn through our mistakes. We all go through our mistakes. We all grow through our mistakes as well, right? And mistakes are things that make us. Today, if I am here doing whatever the videos or the content, today, if even I'm doing this live show, it has not come through a perfectionist. It has come through that progressionist mindset. When I started my videos, I was struggling a lot. I did not even knew where do I look at it, whether I need to look at the camera lens, right, or whether I look at the screen. That's how I started. But I always made that progress. And when I did that, there were people who told me, hey, these are the things that are not working. And then I also started identifying there is a scope of improvement. So there is always a scope of improvement, and you learn through your mistakes, you grow through your mistakes, and mistakes are something that will make you. And the last point that I want you all to remember always is progress equals to success. Progression over perfection is what will help you to become successful in your life. See, what is success? Now, if you are making daily progress, right, you don't have to really reach that particular top of the mountain. But if you are climbing every single day, if you are making that progress, then that is success, isn't it? Success is a journey, never the destination. We have heard this many a times. So all of you who are always thinking about the perfectionist mindset or waiting to get that perfect idea or to waiting for that perfect moment to get started, remember, there is nothing perfect and there is nothing like the perfect moment will come to you. You need to get started. So always look at the examples, even from the most successful people, from the people who have made it big in their lives. They were not waiting to become perfect. They became perfect, or I could say they are still in the process of becoming perfect, even if somebody is the highly successful person, right? So look at that from that angle, because we always can learn from others' mistakes. We always can get inspired through others' journeys, and we can see what are the successful people doing and what are the traits of successful people, and we can start following that. And with that, I want to leave you all with this thought that progress is equal to success. Don't get caught up with this illusion of, and don't get stuck because of doing certain things in a perfect way. Start looking at progress as success and get started from today, get started from now. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching me live and have a wonderful night.